I'm here with Piers Corbyn again at Weather Action. He's officers at Weather Action, and he's a seasoned campaigner, I think, as most people know, but he's also a top-notch astrophysicist, so he knows his stuff basically, and he's going to talk about where he's at the moment, where we're at in the city here and worldwide, I guess, but in the city mainly. Well, everything more or less, in it. You campaign about a lot of stuff, don't you?
I do indeed.
Yes, and I'll let you put us in the picture, Piers.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for this interview and report. First thing I want to talk about is the fake concessions the powers that be are giving us, because they have a big agenda to control. On the farming, you see, they've said, oh yes, we're going to do less impositions on the farming tax. Well, okay, but it's just a small concession. They're still pushing ahead with all sorts of control of farming, and we've got massive demonstrations all over Europe against the New Deal to trade with South America and bring in low quality food that will undermine French and all European farming, for example. And in Britain, of course, it's the same, saying the government is pressing ahead. And one of the main things they're using to attack farmers is the idea that cow farts are causing climate change, which is nonsense. Now, the other U-turn they've done, of course, or so-called U-turn or concession, is on the DigiID, where they say they're not going to impose anymore that you've got to have DigiID to get a job, but it isn't going to stop companies imposing such restrictions. And of course they're going ahead with all the surveillance cameras and all the digi footprinting that they're demanding of you all the time. So the agenda is still there. So question is how to fight it, and I think the two things to understand are keep cash. If we fight to keep cash everywhere and don't oppose all these card only places. I was in Tesco's this morning and I just said no, I ain't doing card only, and I insisted on cash. You have to do that. And when you get into a supermarket, they've got a video of you saying, no, hang on, you've got a video of me, I want a copy of that. Under GDPR, that's the recording rights, you can demand a copy of that video, and you should do that. So those fake concessions, don't accept them, fight back. And there's plenty of controlled opposition around who are jumping up and down saying we've won. No, we haven't won. They're concessions, yes, but they're used to control us. Now, as I said, behind both of those things, the farming and the DigiID, is the climate con. And the powers that be are very worried that if they lose out on the climate con, they're going to lose everything, right? Because they need it to justify digital money, everything, carbon footprinting and so on. That's why they brought Greta back, why Greta's suddenly popped in supporting Palestine, because they want all those Palestine campaigners to press on and campaign for the climate lie. Now, there's a lot of extreme events happening in the world now, weather-wise, and of course we know what's going to happen. The powers that be are going to say, oh, it's all climate change. Look, that is a complete lie. As people may know, if you come on my Twitter at Piers_Corbyn, you can see that we predicted this particular week some very extreme events on the sun and on the earth, and they are happening now. We predicted massive earth-facing coronal holes between the 19th and 23rd of this month, and they're there. We predicted them months ahead. There's also extreme coronal mass ejections happening just today, which are recorded. And the polar vortex, if you know it's about a circulation pattern in the polar regions, is gone completely crazy today. Completely crazy. And normal meteorologists are saying, what the hell is going on? They really don't know. And of course, they're going, yap, it's all climate change. But look, it's nonsense. It's nothing to do with man-made climate change or CO2. Why is it happening exactly in this week which we predicted? They can't explain that at all. But these things we warned about. And there will also be more extreme winds in places. There's been huge storms already in the Mediterranean, which again are pretty well unprecedented, or happen rarely, put it that way. And I'd expect there will be some earthquakes around the world. So look out for that, people. But you know, the sun is bigger than anything man can do. Although the powers that be want to pretend they're controlling the skies and all that, they are do crisscross flying, yeah, to make you think that they can control things. They're not. They're playing with our minds. It's a psyop.
Can they can do they can make it rain and stuff?
Oh yeah, sure. You're in a local area, you put silver iodide in the cloud or drop solid CO2 in to make it suddenly cold, it will rain, yes. So it'll rain there, not somewhere else. But to change circulation patterns, because every weather system is part of a world system, they can't do that. Yeah, but they can make local changes, yeah, absolutely. And then they pretend from that they can control climate, which is not true. But they want you to think they have superpowers, because if they have superpowers, we can't win, can we? You know? You've got to beg them for mercy. Okay, so that's pretty clear. Look out for those things, these extreme events, and come on our Twitter feed. But the two big things to look out for in the immediate future, apart from what I said, is the vax. First of all, the vax. They're going to do more vaccine. I got a phone call only a few days ago saying, "Oh, you need to take your booster or something." Well, look, the phone line went red hot. I screamed at him and slammed the phone down. But you know, they're phoning up now to harass people, to make them, well, kill him, actually. Yeah. I told him he was a murderer. But I notice the mRNA is in the flu jab, for example. And, you know, they're anxious to justify another jab program. So we say axe vax.
What about the new chickenpox jab? That'll have mRNA in it,
of course.
I guess, won't it?
They've all got mRNA.
And they want to put it in with the others, so there's 4 in one, isn't it? You know.
Look, mothers should say no,
yeah,
no,
we're talking
no.
about autism here.
I'm proud that right at the start we were against all vax. We denounced as anti-vaxxers, but we were absolutely right. And loads of mothers and dads know this. I used to be attacked in the street physically, people saying, "Piers, you're killing people." Now I've got people coming up to me in the street who said, "Mr. Corbyn, you saved my life." And they say that because they've seen friends of theirs die. Yeah. And they know it's from the jab, and we warned. We warned them. And the other thing that's going on, of course, and this is central to everything they're doing, is the 5G and the 4G, especially 5G. Their farming plan for the United Kingdom is you've got to have 5G everywhere.
Smart farming.
Yeah, smart farming. And, of course, that is needed completely for the Digi-ID. And, you know, well, there's the farming. But let's understand that this stuff does affect people's health, some more than others. But a lot of people I know have been suddenly sort of a bit ill for no reason in recent weeks. And I think it's increasing 4G and 5G.
Yeah, it's more 5G infrastructure.
The electromagnetic radiation affects everybody. Now, EMR comes from the sun as well. This week especially there will be. But these specific wavelengths, the specific frequencies used in 5G are undoubtedly dangerous. What can people do? Well, I would suggest you've got to have a shroud, well, they call them Faraday cages, but you know, a sheet of copper gauze or silver gauze or whatever, put it over you when you sleep. I mean, put it over windows. Lots of things we can do, but the main thing is we should be taking down the 5G towers, and like we did under ULEZ, taking down the cameras. You take down the towers, take down the cameras as well, because they're also dangerous.
I'm hoping to get, mind you, I'm a dreamer really, but it's like, and I don't have so much energy these days either, but I think we should be able to take the government to court for dereliction of duty, and obviously you need a lot of money to do that. I know what you call him, that barrister Mansfield, Michael Mansfield.
Yeah.
I think you were there in the
law court case,
back. that got thrown out, didn't it, in the end?
did,
It looked like we were
yeah.
getting somewhere, you know.
Yeah. But they
Bang,
couldn't
you know,
cope with
so... I don't know what's happened to him. I've been trying to get in touch.
No, but it's important, as you say. People have to understand the dangers of 5G.
Yeah.
I mean, the 5G issue and, of course, the climate con. Those two things are the legs upon which the New World tyranny can be defeated.
Like Tanya says.
Get this on our website, weatheraction.com. You can pick this up. Man-made climate change does not exist.
Yeah.
The best pamphlet around, though, so I say it myself.
Like Tanya says, 5G is the spider at the centre of the web.
Yeah.
If we can get rid of that, they can't do the internet.
That's a fair comment. Yeah.
You know, they can't. Is that all you wanted to say?
That's
then?
all right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, I thought I give Piers a book, but he hasn't read it yet.
No. But people read me bits of it. That's all right.
It's a book by Arthur Furstenberg called The Invisible Rainbow.
Brilliant. Yeah.
The History of Electricity and Life. It was originally published in 2016. It's a thick old book, but I think about a third of it at the end is all glossary and bibliography and all that, isn't it? But it's worth a read. It got me straight away when I started reading it.
Definitely, no.
But he's an extract from one of the chapters, page 327. I'll just read it now. I think you should be able to get my volume here. The population of sparrows in Kensington Gardens, a 275-acre park gracing central London, declined from 2,603 in 1925 to just 4 in 2002. Remember, this book was written published in 2016. This bird, which is associated with human beings for at least 10,000 years, is vanishing even where there are plenty of seeds and insects, where ornithologists can find no obvious cause for its decline. But there is a cause, and it is hidden in plain sight. Today, 26 antenna installations are lined up on the northern, western and southern borders of Kensington Gardens.
Yeah, I know the place, yeah.
Operated by Vodafone. It's just off Hyde Park there, isn't it?
Yeah, right off Hyde Park.
Yeah. Operated by Vodafone, T-Mobile, Orange, O2, 3 and Airwave. They are saturating this beautiful park with microwaves so that human visitors can use their cell phones and the police can use their radios. And he goes on about similar things in Edinburgh and all over the country. And then a bit further down it says, the irradiation of these parks that began in 1992 parallels the catastrophic collapse in their house sparrow communities. And that's it, you know, and people say, but people tend to say, it's pesticides.
It's a decline of sparrows in Southwark, where I live. And the Sparrow is the name of the council newspaper, it used to be. And because of the sparrows in Southwark, but there's much less now. Yeah. You're completely right.
Well, there's also ICNIRP, the International Commission on Non-Ionising Radiation, which is supposed to be a separate
to protect
body.
You from too much 4G, 5G and so forth.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an independent body, but it's a government body really. I don't think there's more than a dozen people on it. But this guy here, a professor, James C. Lynn, expert in bioelectromagnetism, denounces the weakening of RF standards by ICNIRP. He used to be in ICNIRP. He was in ICNIRP for about 8 years.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
He won the.
So he's a whistleblower, right?
He won the IEEE International Award or something last year. But he's a whistleblower,
The Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Award. Okay.
Yeah. So he's.
My father was in the IEEE.
Oh right, there.
He presented a lot of papers.
Well, I was in the EIC, which is the the approved electricians basically.
Yeah. Of course.
But so there you go. But with people like this blowing the whistle, we get ammunition to fire at the government.
No, that's great stuff.
Yeah.
So what else to say?
Yeah, what else to say?
Resist, defy, do not comply.
That's right. Resist, defy, and do not comply. Thank you, Mr. Piers Corbyn.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, thank you. It's
Well
great
done.
talking
Well
to you
done.
again.
You too.
Right.